So it is about 6 o'clock on Monday, October 2nd. I don't know if you can tell, I'm actually propped up, so I'm kind of sitting up. I'm not completely flat on my back, making a lot of progress and checking in today because it has been a hectic few days and a lot is going on with my body. I had a bunch of tubes put in. I had a tube in my chest that was put in to remove fluid. 2 liters of fluid was removed from my chest. That's a tremendous amount of fluid. I had a back tube in my back pulling fluid out as well, and so now that's getting pulled out and just getting back to like, okay, this is what life is. And had physical therapy come in today, sat up for a third time, feeling a little bit more strength. And in that, laying in this bed where you're a patient for so long and sometimes can fall into the idea of being a victim. And dealing today a lot with actually my insurance and getting into rehab. And I was making phone calls and I was doing research and just being an independent person again, and not even independent physically, like in rehab where they're going to show me how I could, control my bowels or get out of bed, but independent in terms of sovereignty of mind and ability to control my own future and not have that be stuck at the hands of everyone around me. And thank God I have unbelievable support, my wife and with my sister and with dear friends that have been amazing. And inside of all of that, it's still there for me to be able to control and determine what's going to happen and not just be a ball getting tossed back and forth, but actually be a human being rooted. And dear members of the tribe came today, Brianna and Russ, so therapeutic, better than any medicine they could give me. And that's some of the stuff we talked about, which was really strong and resonated here, was through all of this experience, whatever we're going through, depths or highs, and for me there could be some lows, and outside a lot of people through spiritual journeys, and this has been a spiritual journey myself, that we can get removed and lost from the point that we chose to be here, and we chose to be human, and we chose to be in these bodies, and we chose to have these experiences, and we have all of the rest of eternity to be the infinite love consciousness and emanations of divine source that we are. And we are now, but now we get to be human. And we're not here on accident. And in that, other things don't happen on accident. There is divine timing. There is a perfection of order that is in place far greater than we can ever understand. And it is in that knowing, in that mystery, that I'm able to find my rootedness as a human in this condition, in this position, knowing that there are things here for me to learn, and I'm doing this until I learn them. And there's no shortcuts, because there's no shortcuts from knowledge. And I'm glad that there isn't, because again, I chose to be here in this body, in this position, in this place, however much at a microcosm we look, I'm here based on some level of free will. And so I'm present to the opportunity provided by the universe that I get to go through these challenges. And I think about some of the people who have had the greatest impacts in our world, looking in a positive way. The likes of Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi, just to name a couple that are particularly near and dear to my own heart, and thinking about the challenges that they went through. Like, look at Nelson Mandela, right? Like, they would not have had the impact on the world. Nelson Mandela would not be Nelson Mandela if he did not spend 26 years in prison. Mahatma Gandhi would not be Mahatma Gandhi if he did not go on a hunger strike and starve himself to the point of freeing a nation. And so, not in any way, shape, or form to put my journey in comparison with theirs, except for the understanding of the challenge is imperative to the outcome of being that positive contribution. And that's not just for me. I mean, it could be the smallest, most benign thing in all of our lives. All of these challenges are gifts of the universe saying, I trust you. I love you. I believe in you. Here you go. Figure this one out. And where you come out will be greater than where you came in. And so the size of this particular challenge I'm in right now is one of, it's pretty big. It's the biggest one I've ever gone through personally. I don't know what's on the other end. I don't know where the impact will be had on me, on my family, on my friends, on people I don't know, or how far and wide it goes. Only time will tell. But what I do know is that the only way to get through it and to have the outcome that I know is available is to do so with gratitude. And anything less than gratitude, anything less than love, means that this is a mistake and there's something wrong. And there's nothing wrong, because everything is love. And inside of love, there is only perfection. So this is all perfect. It's painful. It's not necessarily fun, but it's perfect. And I'm feeling really good. I'm really ready to go to rehab. I'm ready to put the work in. I'm ready to reconnect with my legs. I'm ready to reconnect with the outside world, with the sun and the grass. Oh, and all the people in my life. I'm just ready to continue to grow those connections. But what's here is gratitude and love and appreciation. So hopefully we all can find some of that with wherever we are, with whatever we're in, whatever we're at. Just remember, we chose this, and there is a big surprise at the end. It's kind of like finding the toy in the cereal box or the gum in the middle of the Tootsie Pop, whatever it is. That's what these challenges are. They're just gifts to unwrap with a special, unique, wonderful surprise straight from God and Source himself or herself, waiting once we unwrap it. So I'm going to keep unwrapping this gift.